You see, this is my kids book, and it is old book. Something that is not book, but it is a lot of book. And now, I read my tree house. And today we're reading my tree house too. So it is the magic. This magic tea is. This book is called Dinosaurs Before Dark. Okay, so all the old books, it have 10 chapters. You read all of them? Yeah. Okay, so Dinosaurs Before Dark, that they are visit the place that have dinosaurs, and they met a lot of good dinosaurs and help them. And so now let's see. Okay, so now let's going to read it. Okay, so you can see the contents here. Okay, but now let's go into it. Chapter 1, Into the Woods. Are you ready? Let's get started. Help! A monster, said Annie. Yeah, sir, said Jack. A real monster in Frog Creek, Pennsylvania? Run, Jack, said Annie. She ran up the road. Oh, brother, thought Jack. This is what he got for spending time with his 7-year-old sister. Annie loved pretend stuff, but Jack was 8.5. He liked raw things. Watch out, Jack! The monster's coming, said Annie. Jack didn't say anything. Come on, Jack! I'll race you, said Annie. No thanks, said Jack, and he raced alone into the woods. Jack looked at the sky. The sun was about to set. Come on, Annie, it's time to go home, yelled Jack, but Annie didn't answer. Jack waited. Annie, he called again. Jack, Jack, Annie shouted. Come here, quick! Jack groaned. This better be good, he said. Jack left the road and headed into the woods. The trees were lit with a golden late afternoon light. Over here, called Annie. Annie was standing under a tall oak tree. Look, she said. She pointed at the rope. Later, it was hanging down from high in the tree. Wow, Jack whispered. At the top of the tree was a tree house, tucked between 2 branches. That must be the highest tree house in the world, said Annie. Who built it? Asked Jack. I've never seen it before. I don't know, but I'm going up, said Annie. No, we don't know who it belongs to, said Jack. Just for a teeny minute, said Annie. She started up the ladder. Annie, come back, said Jack. Annie kept climbing. She climbed all the way up to the tallest branches. Jack sighed. Annie, it's almost dark. We have to go home. Annie disappeared inside the treehouse. Annie, Jack called. Jack waited a moment. He was about to call again when Annie poked her head out of a treehouse window. Books! Annie shouted. What? said Jack. Jack said, it's filled with books, said Annie. Oh man, Jack thought. He loved books. Jack pushed his glasses into place. He gripped the size of a book later and started out. Chapter 2, The Master. Jack crawled into the treehouse. Wow, he said. The treehouse was filled with books. Books were everywhere. Very old books with dusty covers and new books with shiny, bright covers. Look, said Annie. You can see far away. She was peering out the treehouse window. Jack looked out the window with her. Below were the tops of other trees. In the distance, he could see the Frog Creek Library and the elementary school and the park. And he pointed in the other direction. "That's our house," she said, and it was right. Jack could see the white wooden house with its green porch. In the yard next door was the neighbor's black dog. Harry looked very tiny. "Hi, Henry!" shouted Annie. "Shush! We're not supposed to be up here," said Jack. He glanced around the treehouse again. He noticed that bookmarks were sticking out of many of the books. "I wonder who owns all these books," he said. "I like this one," said Annie. She picked up a book with a castle on the cover. "Here's a book about Pennsylvania," said Jack. He turned to the page with a bookmark. "Hey, here's a picture of Frog Creek," he said. Jack. "It's a picture of these words." "Oh, here's a book for you," said Annie. She held up a book about dinosaurs. A blue silk bookmark was sticking out of it. "Let me see," said Jack. He set his backpack down on the floor and grabbed the book from Annie. "Okay, you look at that one, and I'll look at the one about castles," said Annie. "No, we better not," said Jack. "We don't know who these books belong to." But even as he said this, Jack was opening the dinosaur book to the place where the bookmark was. He couldn't help himself. Jack turned to a picture of an ancient flying reptile. He recognized it as a pteranodon. He touched it, the huge bat-like wings in the picture. "Wow," whispered Jack. "I wish we could go to the town of pteranodons." Jack studied the picture of an odd-looking creature soaring through the sky. "Ah!" screamed Annie. "What?" said Jack. "A monster!" Annie cried. She pointed out the treehouse window. "Stop pretending, Annie," said Jack. "No, really," said Annie. Jack looked out the window. A giant creature was gliding above the treetops. It had a long red crest on the back of its head, a skinny beak, and huge bat-like wings. It was really like Pteranodon. The creature swooped through the sky. It looked like a glitter plane. It was coming straight toward the treehouse. "Get down!" cried Annie. Jack and Annie crouched on the floor. The wind started to blow. The treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Then everything was still, absolutely still. Chapter 3. Where is here? Jack opened his eyes. Sunlight slanted through the window. The treehouse was still high up in a tree, but it wasn't the same tree. "Where are we?" said Annie. She and Jack looked out the window. The pteranodon was soaring through the sky. The ground was covered with ferns and tall grass. There was a winding stream, a sloping hill, and volcanoes in the distance. I don't know where we are," said Jack. The pteranodon glided down to the base of the tree. It landed on the ground and stood very still. "So what just happened to us?" said Annie. "Well," said Jack, "I was looking at the picture in the book. And you said, wow, I wish we could go to the town of pteranodons," said Annie. "Yeah. And then we saw a pteranodon in the Frog Creek woods," said Jack. "Yeah, and then the wind got loud, and the treehouse started spinning," said Annie. "And we landed here," said Jack. "And we landed here," said Annie. "So that means," said Jack. "So that means what?" said Annie. "I don't know," said Jack. He shook his head. "None of this can be real." Annie looked out the window again. "But he's real. She said, "He's very real." Yak looked out the window with her again. The pteranodon was standing at the base of a tree like a gourd. His giant wings were spread out on either side of him. "Hi!" Annie shouted. "Shh!" said Yak. We're not supposed to be here." "But where's here?" said Annie. "I don't know," said Yak. "Hi! Who are you?" Annie called to the pteranodon. The creature just looked up to her. "Are you nuts? You can't talk," said Yak. "But maybe the book can tell us." Yak looked down at the book. He read the words under the picture. This flying reptile lived in the Cretaceous period. It vanished 65 million years ago with the dinosaurs. "That's impossible," said Yak. "We can't have gone to a time 65 million years ago." "Yak," said Annie. "He's nice." "Nice?" said Yak. "Yeah, I can tell," said Annie. "Let's go down to him." "Go down?" said Yak. Annie started down the rope later. "Hey, come back," said Yak, but Annie kept going. "Annie, wait!" Yak called. Annie dropped to the ground. She stepped boldly up to the ancient crater. Chapter 4. Hanli. Yak gasped as Annie reached out her hand toward the pteranodon. "Oh no," he thought. Annie was always trying to make friends with animals, but he's going too far. "Don't get too close to him, Annie," Yak shouted. Annie touched the pteranodon's breast. She stroked his neck. She was talking to him. What in the world is she saying? Yak wondered. He took a deep breath. Okay, he would go down too. It would be good to examine a pteranodon. He could take notes like a scientist. Yak started down the rope later. When he reached the ground, he was only a few feet away from the creature. The pteranodon stared at him, at Yak. His eyes were bright and alert. "He's soft, Yak," said Annie. "He feels like Henry." Yak nodded. He's no dog, Annie." "Feel him, Yak," said Annie. They didn't move. "Don't think, Yak. Just do it," Annie said. Yak stepped forward. He reached out very cautiously. He brushed his hand down the creature's neck. Interesting, Yak thought. A thin layer of fuzz covered the pteranodon's skin. "Soft, huh?" said Annie. Yak reached into his backpack and pulled out a pencil and a notebook. He wrote, "Fuzzy skin." "What are you doing?" asked Annie. "Taking notes," said Yak. "We're probably the first people in the whole world to ever see a real-life pteranodon." Yak looked at the pteranodon again. The bony crest on top of his head was longer than Yak's arm. "I wonder how smart he is." "He is," Yak said. "Very smart," said Annie. "Don't count on it," said Yak. "His brain's probably no bigger than a bean." "No, he's very smart. I can feel it," said Annie. "I'm going to call him Henry." Yak wrote in his notebook, Small brain." Yak looked at the creature again. "Maybe he's a mutant," he said. The pteranodon tilted his head, and he laughed. "He's not a mutant, Yak." "Well, what's he doing here then? Where is this place?" said Yak. Annie leaned close to the pteranodon. "Do you know where we are, Henry?" she asked softly. The creature fixed his eyes on Annie. His long jaws were opening and closing like a giant pair of scissors. trying to talk to me, Henry? Asked Annie. Forget it, Annie, Jack wrote in his notebook. Mouth like scissors. Did we come to a time long ago, Henry? Asked Annie. Is this a place from long ago? Suddenly, Annie gasped. Yak! Yak! Look up! Annie was pointing toward the hill. Yak looked up. Annie was pointing toward the hill. On top stood a huge dinosaur. Chapter 5. Goat in the grass. Go, go, said Yak. He threw his notebook into his backpack. He pushed Annie toward the rope ladder. Bye, Henry, he said. Go, said Yak. He gave Annie another push. Quit it, she said, but she started up the ladder. Yak scrambled after her. Yak and Annie tumbled into the treehouse. They were panting as they looked out the window at the dinosaur. It was standing on the hilltop, eating flowers off a tree. Oh man, whispered Yak. We were in a time long ago. The dinosaur looked like a huge rhinoceros with 3 horns instead of one. It had 2 long horns above its eyes, and another one grew out from its nose. It had a big shoulder-like thing behind its head. Triceratops, said Yak. Does he eat people? Whispered Annie. I looked it up. Yak grabbed the dinosaur book. He flipped through the pages. There, said Yak, pointing to a picture of a Triceratops. He read the caption. The Triceratops lived in the late Cretaceous period. This plant-eating dinosaur weighed over 12 pounds. Yak slammed the book shut. It's just plants, no meat. Good, said Annie. Let's go see him up close. Are you crazy? Said Yak. Do you want to take notes about him? Asked Annie. We're probably the first people in the whole world to ever see a real Triceratops. Yak sighed. And he was right. Okay, let's go, he said. He shoved the dinosaur book into his pack. He slung his pack over his shoulder and he started down the ladder, and Yak followed him. Just promise you won't pet him, Yak called down to Annie. I promise, said Annie. Promise you won't kiss him, said Yak. I promise, said Annie. Promise you won't talk to him. I promise, said Annie. Promise you won't. Don't worry, said Annie. Annie and Yak stepped off the ladder. The Pteranodon gave them a friendly look. Annie blew him a kiss. Be back soon, Henry, she called. Shh, said Yak, and he led the way slowly and carefully through the forest. When Yak and Annie reached the bottom of the hill, they knelt behind a bush. Annie started to speak, but Yak quickly put his finger to his lips. Then he and Annie picked up at the Triceratops. The dinosaur was bigger than a truck. Ooh. He was eating the flowers of a magnolia tree. Yak slipped his notebook out of his bag. He wrote, "Eats flowers." Annie nodded. Yak ignored her. He studied the Triceratops again. He wrote, "Eats slowly." Annie knocked him harder. Yak looked at her and he pointed to herself. She walked her fingers through the air. She pointed to the dinosaurs. She smiled. Is she teasing? Yak wondered. Annie waved at Yak. Yak started to grab her. She laughed and jumped away. She fell into the grass in full view of a Triceratops. Get back, whispered Yak. Too late. The big dinosaur had spotted Annie. He gazed down at her from the hilltop. Half of a magnolia flower was sticking out of his mouth. Oops, said Annie. Get back, Yak said again. He looks nice. He looks nice, Yak. Annie said. Nice? Watch out for his horns, Annie, said Yak. The Triceratops gazed calmly down at Annie. Then he turned and looked down the side of a hill. Bye, said Annie. She turned back to Yak. See? Yak grunted, but he wrote in his notebook. Nice. Come on, let's look around some more, said Annie. As Yak started after Annie, he saw something glittering in the tall grass. Yak reached down and picked it up. It was a gold medallion. A letter was engraved on the medallion. A fancy M. Oh man, someone's here before us, Yak said softly. And now we have to finish. Chapter 6, Chapter 7, Chapter 8, Chapter 9, and Chapter 10. We are reading later, okay? Like tomorrow, okay? So now, do you see that is interesting? Really interesting. They in the frog place, and they go to the place really long ago. How can it be? Why they can go there? Yeah, they see the magic treehouse in the frog creek world, and they climb on it. When Yak read a book about the dinosaur, and he pointed to the pteranodon, and he wished that they can go to visit pteranodon, and they go to there. Oh, interesting. Do you want to read more? If you want, so go to the next video. Okay, so bye bye. See you later. Bye bye.